Well, hello, beautiful. It is Saturday, almost noon. I just wanted to do a little check-in. I'm doing something a little different on a different camera on my laptop. I was gonna, post a video, and I just didn't feel that it was appropriate given the circumstances. And so I just wanted to see how you were doing and to let you know that I am thinking about all of you, that I have been brought to tears so many times thinking about, even my situation. It is quite crazy what's happened and what could happen to everything. So, but also, I'm not the only one. There's so many people here in this together that are struggling and concerned and stressed and confused and uncertain. And, you know, there's so much I want to say, and I may swear, and I apologize, but I just, I really think that the lesson I'm learning from all of this is that things will be different. They will never be the same, and that the way that we handle and respond to what's going on is going to be what saves us and our planet. And so I think that for myself, from all of the moments I've had in my life of being homeless and on drugs and having to start my life over so many different times, what I noticed is that it is through a lot of challenge and great difficulty and suffering that I myself have risen and have become bigger and better because of it. Often through suffering, we get woken up, we get our ego crushed, and we get our priorities kind of readjusted, or we have at least the opportunity to do that. So what are you doing to continue to cultivate enough consciousness in your life and faith in your life and joy in your life regardless of circumstances? Because we that is our part, and that is how we all connect to each other vibrationally. And so something I am doing is I'm trying to keep myself really clear from a lot of stress and the stories. You know how the mind is like, girl, it's over. You're like, your business done, girl, or your life or your job or whatever it is for you. I'm not sure if you want to share that below. Feel free, share whatever is on your heart. But I think there's two parts to this. One is that this is a great there's a couple three parts. One is that this is a great lesson. I'm choosing to learn a lot and have my own lessons. Like the things I was kind of complaining about a month ago, I am very grateful for today. The things that I wasn't really grateful for or didn't really acknowledge or appreciate, I am definitely acknowledging and appreciating and realizing what's really, really, really important in my life and who's important. And the other thing is that this is also a great opportunity to kind of feel those emotions that come up as they rise up within our body. And a lot of us, I think, struggle with, and I know I do, is just being really in my body, not in my head. We're really good at being in our head. That's kind of the lesson of what's going on right now, is that I think that God, the universe, whatever you want to say, is like, girl, that's not the way. The way is within. Find me, look for me, know me, spend your life with me, that intelligent and all-knowing creator that's always found within us, that creates worlds, that created this whole environment, that created this whole planet, the universe, and without money, by the way. So we are an extension of that. We are able to connect to that. And for me, that's the lesson I'm taking most, is to find my true North Star within, to find my clarity, my confidence, my certainty, my faith, all within myself. I've been putting a lot of faith into money, the stock market, success, materialism, the things that I think are gonna make people feel a certain way about me, my image, my all of it. I'm just so sick and fucking tired of it, honestly. And I'm so glad that this has all happened. A few weeks ago, I got severely depressed. I'll do another video on what happened and how that came about, and most importantly, what I really learned from that, if you guys want to know about that. But, I was not doing well, and I had to take a little break, and then I came back to all of this. So it's just crazy times, but it's like so beautiful at the same time, because I see so many positive things. Like, I see the human spirit coming back, where we're trying to help and serve people and to connect with people and to do what we can as humans and as a species. It's our job, if we want to stay on this planet, to really reassess what we've been doing, our actions and our behaviors and our selfishness and our ego and the things that make us feel like we're separated from other people. Isn't it interesting that an invisible virus can just knock us all out, can just destroy our population? Isn't it interesting that, the stock market was so high and then within a few days it's down and gone? So there's going to be a lot of long-term ramifications of this, and how we respond to all of those things is going to create the next generation of collective consciousness and currently on the planet that will help us, because it's only consciousness and awareness that's going to allow us to see and be able to receive what is needed for us as a species and for our planet, and so that we are really staying in that type of energy of service and altruism and giving back and generosity and love and kindness and all of the things that we kind of talk about and read quotes about, but it's really about practicing it now. So if you're struggling, please share what you're struggling with. I'd love to pray for you. I'm going to do actually a little prayer. I've never done that here on my channel. I'm going to be doing a lot of different stuff on my channel. But back to kind of what I was saying about also just feeling those feelings. I know sometimes we can want to run away from the feelings, or we're not quite sure what the feeling is. And, that negative feeling or that fear or that anxiety or the thinking of the future that causes those emotions, it's really important for me anyway. And what I try to practice and preach and teach is, because I constantly need to remember it, is that my mind has a mind of its own. It thinks these thoughts that are often very anxious and very fearful. It's afraid of the future because of what's happened in the past. So it's never really in the moment. It's really never present. But if you think about it, I ask you, what created this incredible and intelligent body that is you? What has created all of the species on this planet? I don't know. It doesn't matter the name, but I do know that there's a creative intelligence here that is far more profound and greater than and intelligent than myself. And so I can either choose to become friendly with that and participate with that intelligence and our creator, and allow myself to transcend and overcome these limitations and these fears. So when I'm feeling afraid, trust me, girl, I'm up and down. Right now, you're catching me at a pretty decent moment, but the fear of losing my employees, my business, and everything is a real fear. And we're all going through this. I mean, the poor people downstairs in our building, it's just like they can't work. And my friends who are nurses and clients, they don't have supplies and they're in danger. And it's just become something that I feel almost hopeless over, in the sense of like, what can I do? So that's why I'm trying to do this video, to just kind of be raw and real and vulnerable and let you know that we're all going through this together. And hey, does anybody know anybody in the music industry who could reach out to like Mariah Carey or something, or some artists, to redo that We Are the World song or a new song? They could do it by their phones. They don't need to do it together, obviously, for social distancing. But I think we need a lot of music right now to heal us, to soothe us, and the vibration of that music to permeate every cell of our being. And I also think just more laughter and more comedy in our life we need, just the things that can really heal us. And I really believe music and laughter can do that, and also connection like this. So be kind and gentle with yourself. Allow yourself to be wherever you're at. Try to feel those emotions, but also try to notice the story that's around those emotions, and to realize that you are the awareness. You are the intelligence that's capable of being aware that you have thoughts and that you have emotions. We are not the thoughts and we are not the emotions. We have thoughts and we have emotions, but we are not them unless we identify and say, I am afraid, I am depressed, I am scared, I am all anxious, I am depressed, all of these things. But the truth is like, no, I'm feeling this way. I'm having an experience of anxiety. I'm having an experience of depression. I'm not going to identify and label myself as being an anxious and depressed person anymore. So we are vast, we are dynamic, we are capable of experiencing hundreds of different emotions and experiences throughout the day. So which one is really accurate to be able to be labeling ourselves with? None of them really, because there's so many of them on this spectrum. What is real true, what is our real truth, our real identity, our real intelligence is our ability to be able to perceive and interpret information and to be able to know that our true identity is an infinite being, and that we just have these thoughts in the frontal cortex of our brain. We are This is our thought process, and which is part of newer in development of our species, and it is what makes us human, and the ability to be able to think and have cognition and reason and all of these things. But what's happened is it's become kind of the main focus of our life, and it's running our life, and it's destroying our life, our mind. And I really believe what's happening on the planet right now is a perfect example. Look at what we were all kind of just doing a couple weeks ago, living our life. Were we really feeling appreciative of our life? You know, 1 million people every morning don't wake up from their sleep. Do I really feel, wow, such gratitude for my life, appreciation for my life? Am I taking time to acknowledge that and to honor that, and also to honor other people, to love other people, to be kind to other people? Or am I in this just for me? Am I in it for the money, for the success, for the fame, for the recognition, for all of the things that all can go away in a second, that really don't matter? So if you're trying to feel better, one of the things I've learned is that what we resist persists. And so trying to feel better and trying to feel better by not feeling how you honestly feel is extremely destructive. And so this wake-up call, let it be a wake-up call for you. I know it is for me, to be able to acknowledge how you really feel and to be able to move forward, so that we're not faking it, we're not fronting, we're not trying to portray this perfect image of ourselves. Because when we're trying to just be perfect and we're trying to portray this image, and I'm guilty of all of these things, and that's why I'm speaking about them, is just, it's so fake. It's like we all suffer, we all have negative thoughts, we all have fears, we all have anxieties, and when we present ourselves to the world in just this glassy, perfect image of ourselves, it really actually causes separation. It doesn't cause connection. It doesn't cause the very thing that we're truly after, which is that feeling of connection. But where we get it wrong is that feeling of connection that we're trying to gain from others. It really is needing to be recirculated back to ourselves, to be able to appreciate ourselves and to connect with ourselves and our inner being. And then naturally a byproduct of that is that we are able to connect genuinely and authentically with the inner being of all people. So often when we see people, we don't see them for who they are. We see them for our thoughts and beliefs about them. So we almost never honor anyone for who they truly are, because we have a story about who they are, or what we think they are, or who we think they are. So this is a time of like really letting go of the judgments, letting in ourselves, right, in the world, and to learn kind of the message and the mess of what's going on. It's like this meanness that I see, this division that I still see going on, the blame that I still see going on, that's part of the problem that caused all this. We have to rise above. We have to transcend these limitations that we think that we have to react and judge everything. Like, okay, the president's going to do whatever he's going to do. And I can either focus on that and focus on the things that I think he's not doing, or I can focus on all the things that I think he is doing. And I'm not a fan, but Jesus, I mean, he's trying. Everyone is trying. They're trying to save us. The government's trying to send out checks. They're closing the borders. They're really trying to save us as a citizen and as a human being, as a species. I mean, this is really kind of cool to see that when in doubt, my God, people are coming together to really save our species and this planet. And so what are we doing to help with that? Are we still just being nasty and mean and unkind and angry and upset? And that's okay if we are. Allow ourselves to be that. But if that's your vibe, and I know that's none of us on here, I'm just saying, when we see that vibe coming from other, to acknowledge the pain that somebody might be in that is doing that, but also to just like notice like, that's interesting behavior, that you think you're going to get what you want by being nasty. So kind of rambling now, but I wanted to end with a little prayer and just do this little kind of ramble on check in today to kind of let you know that I'm thinking of you and that I care about you and that I really missed all of you and that I don't know what our future holds together, but I do feel like we will still be together. A lot of changes are happening in my life, my business, and I'm just trying to focus on what I can do, the 10 things I can do, what is possible, what could be positive about this, what do I still have in my life that really matters, love, friendship, you, this connection. I'm so grateful we still have the ability to offer our product because we are not having any clients in. So I'm just, what are you grateful for? What are you focusing on that you weren't focusing on before that really has gotten you a sense of clarity of like, wow, yeah, this is what really matters. I was thinking it was that, but really what really matters is that I'm kind, and also that, like, the job that we may have had that we weren't grateful for, it's like, God, I just want to work. I'm grateful to even have had a job, and now I might not work. And it's like, those things, it's like we often attract the very thing in our life that we are resisting and that we want. So like we want to, or we resist we're trying to attract. It's often we're like trying to attract something, but we're resisting it. It's like this vibe that we have, like people will say they want more money, more success, whatever, love, whatever, and the very thing that we want, we're pushing away, right? We're not allowing and receiving that in. So let this be a great time of allowing yourself to receive the answers that you need to receive so that you can transcend all of this suffering and these fears and these anxieties, and to be a light in the world, to be a light of consciousness in the world, uplifting people. So maybe today, if you felt called to, you could just go spread love to 10 or more people online. Reach out to them and say I love you and thinking of you, and just let's do our part to spread love as much as possible in the world, because I really do believe that that's the secret. That's what it's really about. That's what this lesson is about: to love myself, to love my neighbor, to love my brothers and sisters, regardless of what they believe or think. I do not need to have everyone believe and agree everything that I do to love them and like them. Like, we have a great opportunity to transcend this ridiculous idea that if you believe a little something different than me, or if you're a different political party, or if you're in a different religion, no, I can't, no. And it's like, that's resistance. Like, you can't see people for who they are. Let people believe and feel whatever they want. People will do whatever they want anyway, right? It's like, and that pushing people away, not letting people just be, is really a mirror. It's showing us that we can't just accept ourselves even, and we can't just let ourselves be, right? So those that can't let themselves be won't let everyone else be. So anyway, guys, I love you so much. I'm curious if you need any help. We're going to end with a prayer, and then also just kind of some ideas if you have for me of what you might think I could film to help you, whether that's skincare or stress tips or clearing sessions to release any fear, anxiety, or ideas of how maybe you can come out of this better, or how maybe some ways to make money, whatever. I do a lot of different things that many of you are not probably aware of, that you could definitely utilize me right now if you want to. So the invitation is yours. So let's end with a little prayer. So take a deep breath in, close your eyes if you feel comfortable. And let us just breathe in that knowing, that infinite intelligence that guides worlds, creates worlds, and that is the creator of my life and this planet and all species here on this planet. So just breathing in that knowing that we're always connected to this, and it is always found within, and that one way we can access it, especially when we feel like we are stuck or feeling afraid, is to just take a deep breath in. In that breath, we breathe in the breath of life, knowing that we are being breathed, knowing that the intelligence that creates world is breathing our breath, is living our life on autopilot for us, and that we don't even have to do much, and that the ability that we have to love and to connect and to reunite the world is at our fingertips now, and that we take that invitation and that we run with it, and that we spread love and positivity and light into the world in every single aspect of our life, from the people that we touch and see and communicate with, even online. From when people are in quarantine or walking by us with some gloves and a mask on, that we just acknowledge them and smile at them, even if we think they're sick or they have corona, that we smile and acknowledge that human being for who they are, which is a human being that just wants to be loved and that wants to stay alive. So we just are so grateful for our life. We're grateful for all of the things that we weren't even grateful for before, and now we are, and we're just so filled with love, and we're filled with the ability to know what we can do and to focus on all of the good and to focus on the possibilities of our life, and that we always know that we have access to this power and this infinite intelligence that is always breathing our breath, that is always helping us guide and thrive in this world. So let us just know together that we are safe, that we are protected, that we are guided, and that we are going to get through this together and stronger. So let us claim this in knowing and saying together, and so it is. Amen. All right, my lover, be good to yourself, be kind, be gentle, and I will see you soon. Bye.